For today. So as we're looking at today, basically starting our chemistry unit. As I said before, I was hoping to have a lab for us to kind of do today. That's going to have to wait until tomorrow. So what I want to see right now is that everybody has out paper or pencil. Our laptops are closed, so we're being respectful. Really basic stuff. This is stuff you guys should have picked up from middle grades in terms of science. And we're kind of working our way up and kind of just review some really basic terms today. We're going to look at really beginning how to use information from the periodic table to start creating our own models for elements. And then tomorrow we actually will do some more posters with you guys. So first of all, who can tell me what they think an element is? What makes something an element?
Water, fire.
Water is not an element. We're not talking about the
Boron.
Boron is, yes, an element. But what makes it an element?
Molecules that give it anchors. Like
Yes, elements have their own characteristics, but what makes something an element? Is sugar an element? It's a compound. It's C6H12O6. That's something worth knowing, Bree. In fact, I'll tell you guys a little story here. I thought I'd be a smart person one day, and my wife was looking for a bag to put the powdered sugar in, so we put it in a Ziploc bag, and then me and my infinite wisdom put C6H12O6 powdered back in the cupboard. So she's looking all over trying to find the powdered sugar, and she can't find it. Looks right here. See, it says sugar. It's powdered. She didn't find that as interesting as I did, or funny. C6H12O6. It says sugar. So again, what makes something an element? Okay, it's on things on the periodic table. Well, why are those things on there and not other things? It's one singular thing. And that's really important. That's actually a really insightful comment. It's one singular thing. It can't be broken down. So these are what we call, they're pure. So they're pure substances that can't be broken down. So common elements, kind of important to us. We have sodium. Oxygen is definitely important. Which is actually because when we use oxygen not as an element, but rather as a compound. And then too much oxygen is a bad thing. You get O3, and then you got ozone. Alright, so these are our elements. They are pure substances. They cannot be broken down any further. A compound, what does that mean, a compound?
Two or more elements.
Two or more elements put together. That's exactly it. Two or more elements put together. So I already told you guys that one of the compounds kind of important to us as people, as humans, is C6H12O6. Or basically carbon hexahydrate, which is also known as sugar. What are some other compounds that you know that we...
H2O.
H2O is kind of important.
CO2.
CO2? What's CO2?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, right? That's the stuff that you expel every time you breathe.
Used for paintball.
Yeah, and then we put it together in a little tube, and we use it to build pressure. So you get little CO2 cartridges that you can buy for BB guns and for paintball. Some other compounds you guys can think of.
The ones that are
Yeah, this is C6H12O6.
I see
Let's see, there's also kind of important ones. In fact, I tried using it up there already. NaCl. What is that? What is NaCl? Come on, guys, this should be ringing a bell. What is Na? Which element is Na? It's a very soft metal. You can actually cut it with a butter knife.
So there's gold. How many times?
Think about a gold ring. Can you cut through a gold ring with a butter knife?
Yeah. It's still really hard.
It's on the far left side of the CR cable. Sodium. So, Na is sodium. Speak out. Okay. What is Cl? Chlorine. So we have as a sodium chloride compound, better known as table salt. So those are some common compounds. Now, what makes something a molecule? We have compounds, but not, H2O really doesn't exist. That seems weird, but it really does not exist. So what makes something a molecule?
It's the ball-looking thing. Ball-looking thing.
Kind of.
Yeah, like two hydrogen molecules mixed with, or one hydrogen molecule mixed with two.
It's similar to what we talked about with compounds, except for it's two or more compounds. In fact, like I said, we said that water doesn't really exist, H2O does not exist, and that's because in the molecule form, ladies, Tori, in the molecule form, it's actually two H2O. Okay, so just plain old H2O is not going to exist in nature. It actually needs two molecules in order to be stable enough to exist. Any question over those three really basic terms there? Element, compound, and molecule. By the way, the one thing to also remember here is that the word compound, think about it as also as a composite. The composition of more than one thing.